Hi everyone, welcome back to My Parenting Way. My name's Katie and today I'm going to give you 5 ways to help you transition back to work after you've been on maternity leave. So you're going back to work after having a baby, and it doesn't matter whether it's 3 months, 6 months or even over a year. For me and from my own experience, there's usually 2 levels of anxiety that are attached to this transition. A, you're going to leave the most precious thing in your life for the first time with a complete stranger. And B, you are now going to re-enter a world that hasn't even entered your mind for a huge chunk of time. So I'm hoping the following 5 tips will help you with that transition, make you feel more comfortable, and dare I say it, actually make you feel excited about going back to work. Number 1, list all the reasons why you want to go back to work. So I'm not necessarily talking about the obvious ones like you need the money, although that might be part of the list as well. I'm talking about the nice things that you actually drive you to go to work in the first place. For example, you finally sitting down and chatting to that colleague that you always had really good banter with before you left on maternity leave. Or it could be that you want to implement a new routine that isn't based around babies' naps or when they're waiting for a feed. Or simply that you want an adult conversation that isn't about baby stuff over a hot cup of coffee. With this list, also start making a list about all the reasons why you think your baby will thrive under a new childcare setting. Now, this one is a little bit more tricky because where can baby be that's better than around their mum? But think about things like mingling with new children and socializing and perhaps being in a new environment that they can explore and learn from. And these are all really positive things will help baby thrive. Whatever it is, these 2 lists will help you tackle the 2 causes of anxiety that I mentioned earlier. Number 2, suss out your new childcare setting and ask every single question you can. There is no stupid question when it comes to asking about where your child is going to be during the day when they are in this new childcare setting. There is no question too stupid when it comes to you querying about what kind of environment your baby is going to be during the day when you're at work. It could be something as menial as asking what type of mattress your baby is going to sleep on during the day, or can you see the cutlery they're going to have when they have their lunch? It doesn't matter. The more you know, the more you understand, and knowledge is power. It does make you feel better about putting your baby into that childcare setting. This will make you feel more in control and therefore, of course, reduce your anxiety. Number 3, if you have access to your work emails, go through the 10 most recent emails in your inbox. I say 10 and I specifically mean 10. So when I mean just read 10, this means it will start engaging your brain back into the work environment, but without making yourself feel overwhelmed. Number 4, ask for phased return. Can you use up any of your extra annual leave to take a few days off or maybe half days over the first 3 or 4 weeks when you're back at work? Or can you temporarily reduce your hours within that time as well? This will not only help you adjust slowly to your workplace setting again, but it will also give baby a chance to adjust to their changing routine and environment and setting, and therefore you will feel comfortable all round. Organising this before you go back to work will then make you feel more at ease about the transition before you start work. Number 5, do some practice runs. Ask for settling in session at your new childcare setting and ask for as many as you need to feel comfortable and for your baby to feel comfortable. Do 2 or 3 keeping in touch or contact days to help you remind yourself what it feels like to actually be at work, and this will also help the transition when it comes to starting work on the actual day. These are usually quite low key, and usually these keeping in touch days are just days in the office, letting you go through your emails, try and set up any passwords that you might have forgotten. So again, when it comes to you actually starting, you can then go in knowing you've got all this done and you're not going to be hours on the phone to IT trying to get passwords and things, and it gives you one step ahead of the game. And finally, do a practice run of your new routine once you're actually back at work. So set an alarm for roughly the time that you think you need to get ready in the morning. Give yourself as much time as you need to get yourself ready, to get baby ready, and also time yourself on how long it takes to get to your childcare setting. If you do this a couple of times, it gives you a really good idea of how much time you'll need to buffer to get yourself and your baby ready to get out the door and start the day positive. There's nothing worse than getting to the actual day of starting work and then you being half an hour late because you've not managed to get everything done and you've juggled the whole way through the morning and stressfully walked through the office door in a huff because you ran late. That way as well, when it comes to the actual day, you can set the alarm earlier or get the food ready or get the nappy bag ready, and then you are one step ahead of the game for the actual day, and it will make you feel a lot less anxious and a lot more relaxed about going back to work. So there it is. I hope you found this useful. Remember to be kind to yourself and don't forget to reach out for help and support if you need it. I'll pop a few helplines and charity numbers in the comments below to help you with any further advice and support if you need it. And as usual, like, subscribe and follow me on My Parenting Way on Instagram, and I will see you next time.